안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 Jenny예요. Hello everyone, my name is Jenny, and today we're going to be talking about 는, which is called in English relative clause ending and also modifying form. Two different terms mean the same thing. They're referring to this 는 form here. So verb plus 는 creates a relative clause, aka modifying form. In Korean, relative clauses are located before the noun that they describe. 잠시만요. Relative clause slash modifying form 뭐예요? What is relative clause slash modifying form? What does that even mean? Because you might not know what that means, but that's perfectly okay, because you'll find you've actually learned this before. In SOGANG 1B Unit 2, you learned how to create a modifying adjective, like these. So, 짧은 치마, short skirts, 비싼 화장품, expensive makeup, 바쁜 사람, busy person. These are all modifying forms, but with adjectives. So in this lesson, you're going to be learning how to make that out of verbs. And you're going to learn how to make them a little bit longer. These are like the shortest that they get. Very, very small, very, very simple. So short skirt or skirt that is short. Expensive makeup or makeup that is expensive. Busy person, person who is busy. So really, modifying form refers to the fact that these adjectives here are modifying the noun that they precede. So they're describing this noun. What kind of person? A busy person. What kind of makeup? Expensive makeup. These are relative clauses modifying forms. So you also know 는 것, ing. You learned this definition, I don't remember when, but it was a while ago. You know this, but you know it as like reading, biking, swimming, something ing. But it actually has a second usage that involves modifying form, where 것 means thing, because it does mean thing. Not thing as in the movie, thing as an item, object. Thank you, Andy, but no. So, 보는 것, in the first way, ing, you translate this as looking. 배우는 것, learning. 어려운 것 doesn't translate because it's an adjective, so we left that one blank. 먹는 것, eating. If you translate it the second way, in modifying form, it becomes thing that I am looking at, the thing that I am watching, thing that I am learning. 어려운 것, the thing that is difficult. 먹는 것, the thing that I am eating. These are also modifying forms because they are describing 것, thing. So, now that you know what that means, now you know what a relative clause is in English and now also in Korean, we can go back to slide number 1 and kind of start over again. So, relative clauses, aka modifying form, same thing. Verb plus 는 creates a relative clause, but it's also used with 있다, 없다. And in Korean, relative clauses are always, 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 always located before the noun. In English, this is usually opposite. You usually have the noun first, and then you describe it later. So, 피아노 치는 사람이 한스 씨예요. The person who plays piano is Hans. Or you could translate it as Hans is the person that plays piano. Both of those are okay. You could say the piano playing person is Hans, but that's kind of, I would think that's not the best way to say it. I think the first two ways are more natural, and you would think of those first. So notice how you typically have to translate backwards. When you have modifying forms, especially when you get to longer ones, you will often be translating backwards. So keep that in mind. Person playing piano, because in Korean, descripting or like modifying form goes before the noun. In English, it comes after the noun. So 읽는 becomes, or 읽다 becomes 읽는, 전화하다, 전화하는, 재미있는, 재미없는. 줄에서 있는 사람, the person standing in line, comes before the noun 사람. So here are some more examples in English. You could say the smiling woman. That is definitely that you could say for this first option here, but you can't say the person that I love without making it ungrammatical, or the company that I'm attending, the description follows the noun in red. So 웃는 여자, the woman who is smiling, the smiling woman. 사랑하는 사람, the person that I love. 다니고 있는 회사, the company that I am attending, like the company that I go to regularly because you either like do an internship or you work there, something like that. 운동하는 여자가 누구예요? Who is the girl in red that exercises? 운동하다. 운동하는 여자가 누구예요? Who is the girl that exercises? 제 가장 좋아하는 영화는 수상한 그녀예요. 수상한 그녀 is the movie title of Miss Granny. They translated it not like literally. A literal translation would be suspicious girl. And this is adjective modifying form. This is verb modifying form. 제 가장 좋아하는 modifying phrase. It's modifying 영화, movie. So, my favorite movie is Miss Granny. 이건 is a contraction of 이것은. So, 이것, this thing, plus topic marker. 이것은 수잔 씨를 만나지 못하는 이유예요. This is the reason that I could not meet Susan. Let's see. I'm going to get covered up, but this phrase right here, 수잔 씨를 만나지 못하는, is the whole modifying phrase. This whole thing. So they can be long, they can be even longer, okay? So this whole thing. 이건 수잔 씨를 만나지 못하는 이유예요. This is a reason I could not meet Susan. Maybe you missed your bus, or you had a different appointment set up, so you're kind of explaining like, oh, this is a reason that I couldn't meet her. That's the situation that you would say something like that in. 비싼 is another adjective modifying form. So 비싼 시계, expensive watch. 비싼 시계 있는 사람, the person that has an expensive watch. That is the whole modifying phrase. Those 4 words. 사람이 지은 씨예요. The person that has, or the person who has an expensive watch is 지은. Past tense. So if the stem ends in a consonant, use 은. If it ends in a vowel, use 니은. So 이게 미나, I should probably say 미나 씨의 어머니가 만든 음식이에요. This is the food that Mina's mother made. This is the irregular, by the way. So notice you drop the lil, replace it with the 니은. 이게 어제 산 책이에요. This is the book that I bought yesterday, translating backwards. 이게 미국에서 찍은 사진이에요. This is the picture that I took in the US. 이게 생일 선물로 받은 향수예요. This is the perfume that I received as a birthday present. Here are some more irregulars. So lil irregular, you drop the lil, you add 는 if it's present tense, 니은 for past tense. So 사는, 산. 만드는, 만든. Tigger irregulars, you just slap 는 on there if it's present tense, so 듣는, or if it's past tense and you have to conjugate it into 들은. So 아까 들은 노래, the song, that's the noun, that I heard earlier. 아까 들은, that's the modifying phrase. 마음에 들었어요. I liked the song that I heard earlier. 제목이 뭐예요? What's the title? 리바예요. 요즘 인기 있는 노래예요. It's 리바 by 악무. It is a song that is very popular these days. 인기 is popularity. To say that it is popular, you say 인기 있다. So these days, it's very popular. That's not true. It came out a couple years ago. Maybe like, I don't even know when it came out, but it's not that popular these days. In a relative clause, you will only use the subject marker, so 이가. Don't use the topic marker because that just adds more 는, uns in there that you don't need to confuse you, okay? So remember, subject marker only within the relative clause. So, if you want to say the food that Tuan ate yesterday is ramen, you would not say 어제 투안 씨는 먹은 음식이 라면이에요. No. 어제 투안 씨가 먹는 음식이 라면이에요. Yes. Okay, I think this is like the second to last slide. I'm going to be kind of covered up, but that's okay. 이게 리엔 씨가 브라질에서 산 커피예요. That is bad grammar. That should say 예요. Typo. 하지만 맛이 없어요. But it doesn't taste good. So this, presumably they have something near them. So 이게, this thing, 이것이, is the coffee that was bought by Lian Xi in Brazil. But it does not taste good. 맛이 없어요. 제가 마셔봤을 때는 맛있었는데요. When I tried it before, it tasted pretty good. 아, 그래요? Oh, really? 여러분, 전 아침이에요. Adjective modifying form, modifying 아침, morning. So good morning. 근데 표정이 왜 그래요? But what's with your expressions? Why do you all look like that? 무슨 일이 있어요? Is there something wrong? 리안 씨가 브라질으로 여행 갔을 때 커피를 샀어요. When Lian went to Brazil on a trip, she bought coffee. 그런데 맛이 없어요. But it doesn't taste good. 그건 리안 씨가 산 커피 아닌데요. That's not the coffee that Lian bought, though. 제가 집에서 직접 만든 커피예요. That's the coffee, noun, that I made myself, 직접, made yourself, made personally, at home. That's not Lian's coffee, that's my coffee. So, a chart. Wow, look at that. Copy it down, take a picture, print it out, frame it on your wall. This is going to be your cheat sheet for modifying form. You have 현재, present, 과거, past. You don't know 미래 yet. But I think, will you? Yeah, you will eventually. Just not now. So, you also have 이다, 아니다. 이다, 아니다 tends to not be that well covered in like grammar books and things, so this is your reference for that. So if it's a noun, no matter if it ends consonant, vowel, you just add into it. So 학생인, 의사인, 학생 아닌, this is a form that you're going to use for modifying forms with nouns. 중국어, 일본어, 태국어, 베트남어, 한국어 중에서 제가 가장 좋아하는 언어는 한국어예요. Among Chinese, Japanese, Thai, Vietnamese, and Korean, my favorite language, 언어's language, is Korean. So that is it for this lesson. 잘했어요. 다음에 봐요. See you later.